Radha Ramana Hari Govind Jai Jai.
Guru Tattva. I want to talk about Guru. Who is Guru? We've heard that we need to get knowledge from a self-realized personality. We can't get it by our own mind and senses. So, realistically, we have to have a spiritual master. So, who is Guru? Guru is the personification of Krishna's most important quality. Krishna has limitless qualities, uncountable qualities, and of those, the most important for us is his mercy on the fallen conditioned souls. Otherwise, if he's got so many qualities but he's not merciful to us, so what? Because we never get to join in. We're separated forever. But he's limitlessly, causelessly merciful to the conditioned souls. And Guru is the personification of that mercy. So, in the scriptures it's explained that one must come to the Guru. Tasmad Guru Prapadyeta. Jigyasu Shayatuma. If you want to find out what is this ultimate knowledge, then you have to come to Guru. And what are his qualifications? Shabde Parechanisnatam Brahmanyu Pashamashayam. First of all, he's got to be completely realized in the scriptures. Third class devotee's faith is very shaky. Second class devotee has good conviction, but he can't explain from scriptures. And first class devotee, he has firm conviction and he can explain from scriptures. He himself can explain everything in terms of scriptural conclusions, and he can settle everybody else's doubts. Otherwise, I may have so many good arguments, and then somebody else comes along with different arguments. So we discuss from the point of view of scripture. Then the second thing is, he must have realized the absolute truth. What does that mean? It means that he's realized his own spiritual identity. He's realized directly he's meeting with Krishna and he's serving to Krishna on the spiritual platform, transcendental platform. This is self-realization. So he must be on that platform. Not that he's read some books and he's writing novels about the Supreme Absolute Truth or novels about pastimes in Braj or something like that. No. He's got to be self-realized. And then third thing is, fully detached from material things. Gurudev says, if the Guru is thinking, oh, my computer's not really very good, I'm having some problems, I need some more material facility, this means this is not real Guru. What kind of a personality is Guru? So it's an offense against the holy name to think that the Guru is an ordinary person. Guru is not an ordinary person. If he's an ordinary person, how can he help us? If you're drowning in the ocean and somebody comes and says, oh, I'll save you, oh, thank God, can you swim? No! Then you both go down together. So Guru can't be an ordinary person. He must be a totally different person, a completely different kind of personality. So, now, of course, the different grades of Guru. For example, if a conditioned soul takes the part of Guru, he can help us, if he's up to a certain level. But now we're talking about Uttam Bhakta, Uttam devotee, topmost devotee. Saksha Daritvena Samasta Shastra in Sri Gurvashtra. Directly he has the quality of Krishna. It doesn't mean that he's directly Krishna. There's two kinds of Bhagavan. There's Ashraya Bhagavan and Vishaya Bhagavan. Vishaya Bhagavan means he's Krishna, he's playing the flute, he's the Supreme Lord, everyone is worshipping him. That's Vishaya Bhagavan. And Ashraya Bhagavan, he's the Supreme Personality of service to Godhead. Like, for example, Baladev, he expands himself as Ananta. And Ananta is serving Krishna in so many ways. He carries the universes, he becomes Krishna's clothes, his slippers. He's empowered. Because he's Bhagavan, he's so powerful, and that power he uses to serve Krishna. So here's an example of Ashraya Bhagavan. And the spiritual master is a full manifestation of Baladev. He's Ashraya Bhagavan. He's the Supreme Personality of service to Godhead. Sakshadhari. Sakshadharitvena means just as Krishna is within our heart, so spiritual master also is within our heart. Like Shukadev Goswami. Yang Sarvabhuta Hridayam Munimanatosme. I offer obeisances to that great personality who's present within the hearts of all. So our Gurudev is not less than Shukadev Goswami. In Chaitanya Charitamrita, Srila Krishnadas Kaviraj Goswami, he explains Guru Tattva immediately after he's glorified Lord Chaitanya, Lord Nityananda, Vaitachari Gadadhar, like that. Then immediately he comes to the point. What is the most important principle after that? Guru. So he explains what is Guru Tattva. But first of all he says, Guru Krishna Ru Sarva Shastra Prama. Guru, he's the form of Krishna. He's not different from Krishna in any way. And then, next verse, he says that Shiksha Guru Keto Jane Krishnera Sarup. The Shiksha Guru, he's the Sarup, he's the internal nature, the very internal nature of Krishna. So Diksha Guru, he's the form of Krishna. And Shiksha Guru, he's the internal nature, the inherent nature of Krishna, or expansion of that. We'll go into more detail on that later on in another module. But at least we can understand that both Diksha Guru and Shiksha Guru, they're both equally representatives of Krishna, and actually they're manifestations of Krishna's mercy, manifestations of Krishna here in the material world. Jive sakshed nahi tatik guru chaitya rupe. Because the living entity can't see Supersoul, can't see Krishna, so therefore Krishna comes before him, Supersoul appears before him in the form of the great devotee. This is position of Guru. So we can think, there's any evidence for this? This is just sentimentalism. The Vaishnavas, Gaudiya Vaishnava is a very emotional, sentimental, they're just kind of hyping. No. In Srimad Bhagavatam, Krishna himself says, Acharya Mang Vijnaniyam. You should know that the Acharya is myself. Not different from me. Navamanyeti kahiche. Don't be envious. What does it mean to be envious of the Acharya? Namarcha bhujasuyeta. Don't think that he's marching. Don't think that he's a mortal being. He's got a material body. He took birth according to karma. He's going to die according to karma. No. His body is not material. And his appearance, his activities and his disappearance, they're not in terms of karma. He's not determined by karma. It's all taking place by Yogamaya, by Krishna's spiritual potency. Sarvadeva Mayo Guru. The Guru, he's like the sum total of all devas, all the demigods. The demigods are so powerful. We think that we can do something not very good in private, hidden. No, there's so many witnesses. The sun, the moon, the 10 directions, the mind, all. They all have residing demigods, and they can say, So Gurudev also. Guru also. So it's essential that we hear from the lotus lips of such a personality, because directly, being Krishna, directly, he's living in the spiritual world. My Guru Maharaj, one of his disciples, wrote and said, can a conditioned soul become Guru? So he wrote back and he said, Guru is never conditioned at any time. He said there's 3 different kinds of soul in this material world. There's Nityabadha, eternally conditioned. Eternal means since time immemorial. It doesn't mean to say that forever and ever. At any point, a Nityabadha, eternally conditioned soul, can take up devotional service, and very soon he'll be liberated. So Nityabadha. Then there's Sadhan Siddha, those who become perfect by sadhan. And Nityamukta, Nityasiddha, those who they're from the spiritual world and they've come into the material world on a particular mission. Mission means what? They're not collecting dollars or jewels or anything like this. No, they're collecting souls. They're helping conditioned souls, empowering conditioned souls to become inspired and empowered to serve Krishna and to get free from the clutches of the material energy. This is the business. So Guru, actual topmost Guru, he's in that category. He's from the spiritual world. This is our understanding. So that means that it's not that he's left the spiritual world. He's situated in the spiritual world. Gurudev, he was walking with some of the devotees. Buddhara was there. They were in a car park somewhere. So he said, and there were some other people there. He said, oh, they think there's an old man walking in the car park. They don't know. I'm in Vrindavan picking flowers for my Swami. He's situated in the spiritual world, and when he speaks, his sound vibration is coming from the spiritual world. Completely transcendental sound vibration. Even if saying, oh, how are you? How are the children? It's not ordinary sound vibration. And what to speak when he gives us mantras. So it's very essential to hear from the lotus lips of such a personality. He'll give us many things, but he'll give us three important things. One is information. He explains, oh, you're not this body. Oh, then? Oh, you're a spiritual being. Eternal spiritual being. The body's changing, but you're not oh, yeah. And you're servant of Krishna. You're servant of the Supreme Lord. Oh, this is amazing information he's giving. And also, he'll give us direction how we can practice in such a way as to realize this. Not just understand it, but to realize it. And then finally, he's giving us moods. Why are we practicing? In order that we can develop love. We're not developing it by our own potency, but when we practice in such a way as to please Gurudev, so he gives those precious moods. That's how we receive. So this, he's giving us principles, information, he's giving us direction, and he's giving us these moods. So factually, we practice, when we're practicing, Krishna is very far. So if possible, we should try to get attachment for Gurudev. Pratamang tu gurum puja tataschaiva marchana. Krishna says, first of all you worship Guru, then you worship me. Then it'll be perfect. Yasya deve parabhakti yata deve tadaguru. As our business is to give transcendental bhakti to Krishna, and as to Krishna, so to Guru. So our business is to try to become attached to Guru, like Srila Prabhupada wrote to George Harrison. He made some very nice, he brought a carload of stuff on Srila Saraswati Prabhupada's appearance there, disappearance there, I don't know. And Prabhupada was really moved. He wrote him a very nice letter. And he said, oh yes, if you can, somehow you can be in love with the spiritual master, then very easily you can be in love with Krishna. So this is the process. So we have to accept knowledge from a bona fide spiritual master. That spiritual master, he's none different from Krishna. He's a personification of Krishna's mercy to us. And we should worship Guru, worship Krishna. We should worship Krishna through Guru. And at first, actually Gurudev says that Guru Bhakti at first is more important than Krishna Bhakti, because that will take us to Krishna.